AI is everywhere right now, and it's creating a whole new category of online jobs that nobody's talking about. And today we're breaking down 11 of these AI online jobs. And look, none of these are glamorous. You're not going to see any of them on a magazine cover, but that's exactly why they're so good for beginners. Low barrier to entry, real demand behind them, and no fancy degree required to get your foot in the door. Now, full disclosure before we get into it, the salary figures I mention in this video are estimates pulled from public data, and they'll vary based on experience, location, and company. So treat these as a general range to work from, not a guarantee of what you'll make. I highly recommend that you do your research before applying to any of these positions. This video is purely for educational purposes only, and it is not a guarantee of employment. And if you appreciate this type of content, please hit that like button for me. That way YouTube will show this video to more job seekers out there. The first one on our list is AI data annotator. And I know what you're thinking. Tagging data doesn't sound like an AI job, but it's actually the front door into this entire industry. These systems learn from labeled examples, so companies pay real people to tag images, text, audio, and videos so the model can tell the difference between right and wrong. In this role, you do things like scoring audio clips, writing short descriptions, or flagging mislabeled content. And the skills needed to do this role are basic computer literacy, English fluency, and the ability to stay focused on repetitive work. And one of the biggest pros for this position is that it's a low barrier to entry, and in some cases, you can get started within a few days. And some of the cons, it gets repetitive fast and the pay can plateau. I'll give this one an opportunity score of 8.5 out of 10. Why, you might be asking? Well, it's the perfect starting point for beginners looking to get into AI, but there's a real ceiling on how far it goes. And I'll go ahead and put up some average salary figures up on the screen for you. Next is AI trainer or RLHF specialist. And if you're not sure what RLHF stands for, don't worry, I didn't know either, but it stands for Reinforcement Learning for Human Feedback. It is a machine learning technique used to train artificial intelligence models. And this one pays better because it asks a lot more of you. Instead of just labeling data, you are evaluating AI responses and writing structured feedback on what's right, wrong, or missing, and sometimes in a specific field like writing, law, medicine, or finance. Now, in order to do this role, you need strong writing ability, subject expertise, and sharp critical thinking. Some of the pros: it has a meaningful pay ceiling and real exposure to production AI systems. As for the cons, some projects require niche expertise you might not have yet. Now, for an opportunity score, I give it an 8 out of 10. It rewards people who already have a professional background to lean on. And I'll go ahead and put up some of the recent average salaries for you on the screen. And real quick, here's something worth knowing if you're actively applying to jobs right now. Most of the time you lose isn't spent finding openings, it's spent rewriting your resume and cover letter for every single one. There's an AI tool called AlApply, and no, this video is not sponsored. I just love this tool, and it actually handles that part for you. It matches you to roles, tailors your material automatically, submits the applications, and even coaches you live through interviews. I'll put a link below in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to learn more. The next one is prompt engineer. This one gets misunderstood a lot. It's not just typing questions into ChatGPT, it's designing, testing, and documenting prompts that get consistent, reliable results for real use cases. You'd be building workflows other people and other systems rely on. Skills needed are strong writing, logical thinking, and a willingness to test and iterate. For the pros, well, there's a high pay ceiling and a role that's still relatively new, so there's less competition than you'd think. As for the cons, it's one of the more competitive roles on this list, And most employers want a portfolio, not just a resume. So for an opportunity score, I give it an 8 out of 10. I'll go ahead and put some of the average salary figures up on the screen for you so you can get a sense of what this position might pay. Now, this video would not be complete without the next one on the list, AI Content Specialist. This role has you reviewing AI generated content for accuracy, tone, and bias before it ever reaches a customer. If you've got any background in writing or editing, this is a low barrier entry point into AI without needing a technical degree. Skills needed to do this role are strong editing instincts, attention to detail, and a good ear for tone. As for the pros, it's a natural fit for writers and editors, and it opens the door to more advanced evaluation work. As for the cons, it can involve reviewing a lot of low quality output, which can get very tedious. So for an opportunity score, I give it a 7 out of 10. And I'll go ahead and put up some of the recent salary ranges for this role on the screen. Next up is Search Engine Evaluator. Companies need real humans to judge whether an AI system's search results actually make sense, and that's the entire job. You're assessing relevance and quality, not writing code. Skills needed are strong judgment and attention to detail. As for the pros, it's flexible, remote, and has one of the lowest barriers to entry on the entire list. As for the cons, the pay tends to be modest, and there's not much room to grow within the role itself. So for an opportunity score, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'll go ahead and throw up some of the recent average salaries for this role on the screen. And by the way, before we keep going, the hardest part of a job search usually isn't finding openings, it's the hours lost tailoring the same resume over and over with nothing to show for it. And AlApply fixes that. It matches you to roles you're actually qualified for and handles the tailoring automatically. So your time goes toward applying instead of formatting. So if you want to find out which roles you're qualified for, then click on the link below in the description or in the pinned comments to learn more. Next is Junior QA or Quality Assurance or Product Tester. Before any AI feature ships, someone has to break it on purpose, and that someone could be you. You'll be testing new AI features, hunting for bugs, and documenting issues for the development team. Now, skills needed for this role are curiosity, patience, and the ability to explain a problem clearly in writing. As for pros, it's a legitimate stepping stone into product management or specialized AI testing roles. For the cons, it can be detail heavy and occasionally frustrating when the same bug shows up over and over. Opportunity score, I give it a 7 out of 10. And I'll go ahead and throw up some recent average salaries up on the screen for you. Next is customer support for AI-powered services. As more platforms roll out AI features, they need support people who actually understand how those systems behave, not just a script to read from. In this role, you'd be troubleshooting, guiding users, and collecting feedback that goes straight back to the product team. And the skills needed are patience, clear communication skills, and being comfortable learning new software quickly. As for the pros, it's genuine hands-on exposure to how AI products actually work in the real world. As for the cons, the pay is on the lower end and you are dealing with frustrated users most of the time. Opportunity score, I give it a 6 out of 10, and I'll throw up some of the recent salary averages up on the screen for you. All right, moving into the more technical side of the list, junior or associate data scientist with AI focus. You'd be cleaning data, running experiments, and interpreting results to help a company make better decisions. And the skills needed are working knowledge of statistics and at least one programming language. As for the pros, it's one of the more respected entry points into tech with a clear path upward. The cons, it does require technical foundation before you can apply. As for an opportunity score, I give it a 7.6 out of 10. You will need a little bit more experience to be qualified for this role. And I'll go ahead and put up some average salaries up on the screen for you. And if you've made it this far in the video, I already know something about you. you're not just browsing, you're actually serious about landing one of these roles. So here's something worth knowing. AlApply has a live coaching feature that walks you through mock interviews for the exact type of role that you're applying to. And honestly, that's the piece most people skip and then regret. So if you're ready to take your job search serious, I'll put a link below in the description and in the pinned comments so you can learn more. Next is Junior NLP or Generative AI Analyst. This one's focused specifically on language-based AI systems. So you'd be evaluating outputs, building data sets, and testing generative models. Now, skills needed are an interest in language models and being comfortable working with structured data. As for the pros, strong starting pay, and it's one of the fastest growing corners of AI right now. As for cons, it does lean more on the technical side than most of the roles on this list. For an opportunity score, I give it an 8.3 out of 10. And I'll go ahead and put up some of the recent average salaries on the screen for you. The next one on the list is Junior AI or ML, Machine Learning Software Engineer. This role has you integrating AI models into real applications. So daily work looks like API integration, feature development, and performance tweaks. Now, skills needed are programming ability and basic system design knowledge. As for the pros, strong demand and real technical growth. As for the cons, it requires the most technical foundation of anything on the list so far. For an opportunity score, I give it a 7.7 out of 10. And I'll make sure to put up some of the recent salary ranges up on the screen for you. Entry-level AI developer. In this role, you'll be building applications powered by AI tools, integrating APIs, and optimizing how those systems perform in production. Now, skills needed are programming fundamentals and an interest in AI-powered products specifically. As for the pros, this one offers some of the strongest long-term career growth on the entire list. As for the cons, it's the most competitive entry point and usually expects at least some coding background already. For an opportunity score, I give it an 8 out of 10. And I'll go ahead and put up some of the recent salary averages for this role on the screen. Now, here's the thing about a lot of these roles. You are spending your time training AI or evaluating what it produces. But there's a flip side to this whole AI economy that most people never even look at. Actually using these tools yourself to build income instead of just working inside someone else's system. If you're ready to get your AI hands dirty, then watch my video up here, 5 Claude AI Side Hustles for Beginners. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.